All right, guys, the story for today. This is one that I'm having a hard time trying to figure out how to put into a video for you. It has me absolutely furious. The story for today is I want to talk about my friend Roy. I'm going to show you who he is here in just a minute. But my friend Roy has cerebral palsy and is in a wheelchair. He was recently trying to go hang out with some friends, so he called. I'm going to do my best not to name the company that he called, but he called one of those ride-sharing companies. He called for a ride. He does this all the time. This is the way that he gets around. The person that arrived to give him a ride to go hang out with his friends denied him service because he's in a wheelchair. This person denied him service, saying that the wheelchair would damage his vehicle, and made some other comments about how he doesn't like handicapped people or disabled people or something like that. Roy told me about this the other day, and quite frankly, it put me into a rage. I'm encouraging him to contact an attorney and see if a lawsuit is there. I do believe that there is a civil rights violation and violation of the Americans with Disability Act. I am going to help Roy pursue that, or at least help put him in contact with some attorneys that I know and see if there's anything there. I know that Roy is not necessarily looking to gain financially from this, but he wants these companies to learn a lesson. And I am here to help him teach those companies a lesson. As for the specifics of everything, I'm not going to get into that. That is for Roy and his attorneys to do. But I just wanted to, I want to introduce you to Roy, show you the type of person that he is. And then I also want to share with you a video that he shared on his Facebook in response to this situation. So this is my friend Roy. He actually goes to the same church that I go to. Unfortunately, I work on Sundays, but he talks to my wife and kids on a regular basis up at the same church that we go to. He also happens to live in the patrol district that I live in. I've helped him out on a couple of occasions with some very minor things. Usually, I just have to swing by, give him some advice and stuff like that. But Roy is a fantastic person. He has a Facebook account that he calls Roy Jones on Wheels, where he kind of makes these very positive posts on an almost daily basis, trying to show the world what it is like for someone like him with the disabilities that he struggles with, right? And let's see, it was funny. I was going through his page a little bit. If you go through his page almost every day, he posts a video. Usually it's something inspiring, or it's just kind of showing you what he does throughout his day. He's a very positive-minded person. This is Roy, and it's kind of funny. I pulled up one of his most recent Facebook posts just so that I could get a picture of you guys, and then I happened to notice the caption on this. This is the type of person that Roy is. He says, "The thing to remember about forgiveness is that you forgive someone for your own peace of mind. It doesn't mean you forget what they did. It doesn't mean you have to interact with them after forgiving them. It means that you love yourself enough to move on. Recently, I have woken up in my faith and forgiveness has been a huge part of me trying to be a better Christian. What is your forgiveness story? Please share in the comments." And he has a couple comments there. He's doing this social media thing, trying to impact the world in a positive way. And I think he does a fantastic job. He's a great individual. This is his Facebook page. This is his Instagram page, Roy Jones on Wheels. He also has a YouTube channel that he hasn't posted to for a while. But the videos on the YouTube channel, he posted the same video that I'm going to show you here in a moment. A lot of the videos on the channel are just him trying to get around his house, him going to therapy, testing out different things, just kind of his regular daily life. The video that he made that I'm going to show you here in a moment, I'm going to get out of the way. I'm just going to play the video. This is the video that he made in response to this ride-sharing company refusing to give him a ride. I saw that he posted this video, and I sent him a message. I was like, "Hey, is this about that guy that refused to give you a ride?" He said, "Yes, it was." And we went back and forth a little bit about it, how he didn't name the guy. What he did is I think he took a picture of the guy, took a picture of his license plate, and he has screenshots from the company from where he ordered the ride, and then the ride did not transport him to where he wanted to go. So he has that all locked in. But he made a video talking about the incident, and he was much more diplomatic about it than I would be. And what he did is he does something that I don't often do, is he took the high road and he put out a message. This video is right around 5 minutes of Roy talking about his situation and the stuff that he goes through. But what he did is he just wants to bring awareness to people in his situation. And the part of his message that really hit home for me was that be careful of the way you treat people with physical disabilities, because in the blink of an eye, something might happen to you and you will be one of those people with a physical disability. And then what you're going to do if you find yourself in that situation is you're going to have to find someone like Roy, who's been dealing with this kind of thing for his entire life. You'll have to humble yourself and kind of learn how to be a human being again from someone like him who has done this entire life, his entire life. So when you come across people like this, accommodate them, make them welcome, do the right thing. They're no different than you and I. They just aren't as able-bodied as we are. And you never know when you might be the one that finds yourself in that situation. So treat other people accordingly. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and get out of the way and let you just hear Roy's message, because I think it's an important message. Go follow him on his social media. Follow him on YouTube. Maybe that'll encourage him to start posting more videos again. I don't know. As someone that posts videos and stuff on YouTube, it can be daunting, especially running as many social media sites. So it is what it is. Let him do his thing, but follow along with his journey and listen to his message. Give him support. And if there's any updates on this in the future, if you follow him on social media, you'll probably see it there. Or I will do my best to keep you guys informed as Roy and I talk on a fairly regular basis. So without further ado, I'm going to get out of the way and I'm going to close out the video with his message. Thank you for watching. I will talk to you guys later.
Able-bodied folks, may I have your attention for just a moment? I have something that I want to talk to you about. It is not very often that you will hear me complain about my disability or the struggles that come along with it, because quite frankly, there's no point. And what I'm about to tell you, there are a lot of us in the disability community that feel the same way in regards to what I'm about to say. So I hope you are still here, and I hope you will take a moment to listen. One of the hardest parts about living with a disability is relying on others and feeling like you are a burden to everyone around you. There are things that I still need help with from an able-bodied person. Housekeeping, laundry, lawn care, transportation. That's a big one in itself, transportation. And it's a very tiring process at times. But hey, I do it. And then if you're out and about with somebody and you've brought your own transportation, the person that you're with wants to wait with you or feels like they have to wait with you. And folks will say, oh, you're not a burden, it's no big deal, we have no problem. But your actions speak louder than your words. Or let me put it to you this way. Your words mean zip when your actions display the opposite. I want to remind you that in the blink of an eye, you could be in a wheelchair, permanently disabled, and have to rely on other people just as those of us with a disability. So the next time you complain about dealing with someone's wheelchair, waiting on them for transportation, helping them with something, taking them somewhere, whatever the case may be, I want you to think about that. And if it's not you that ends up permanently disabled, it may be a family member. And you're going to have to go through some of the same struggles that we go through in our everyday life. Life is not easy, especially for us. But I want you to humble yourself and watch this video the next time you want to complain about someone with a disability. The other thing I want to remind you, you may not say these things necessarily to our face about being a burden and whatnot, but if you go behind us, behind our back, we can still hear you, even if you think we don't. It's a struggle, and it's one of the reasons why a lot of us self-isolate. It's one of the reasons a lot of us choose to avoid certain activities so we're not a burden to others. I want you to be mindful of your words, and I'm repeating myself. Even if you think we don't hear things, we do. And even if we don't hear it, in some way, it gets back to us. I hope that the able-bodied person watching this doesn't end up having to deal with the struggles that we deal with having a disability. Humble yourself. I think that's all I'm going to say about that. I love you all.